All right, when you see the word foundation in an inspection report, do you immediately think thousands of dollars and walking away?
Today, we're talking foundation, structure, and drainage, one of the biggest fear points for buyers.
I could probably even say always the source of foundation issues. So yeah, managing that moisture outside of the house, it's very simple and easy. Get the water away from the house.
Those extenders always come up on inspection report. And I always let buyers, sellers know that it's going to, and it's an easy fix. But if it's not there, then obviously that just increases chances of foundation issues with all that water not getting away from the home. Thanks again for joining us here at Hoosier Homes and Hustles. I'm Jessica, aka Miss Indianapolis Real Estate, and today we're continuing our Don't Panic, It's an Inspection series.
And I'm Stacy. Today, John Carrothers with Pillar to Post is back with us to explain what's actually serious, what's normal, and what often sounds scarier on paper than it really is. Welcome, John.
Thanks for coming back. All right. So what foundation issues are actually serious?
Active movement is pretty much the answer.
Okay, fair enough. Short and sweet, to the point. I like it. All right, so cracks versus a concerning crack, or how can a homeowner tell?
Again, active movement, but we don't have the opportunity to really see things moving. So you got to kind of look at the telltale signs. Horizontal cracks can be much more concerning than vertical or stair-step cracks. Anything with shear, separation, anytime there's a sign where things don't line up anymore. If it just moves apart, it's fine. If it's moved in any other direction relative to each other, it's bad.
Great to know. And then drainage and grading mistakes that you as an inspector might see most often.
Good gutters and downspouts, moving water away from the house is very low cost and low effort compared to foundation repairs. Moisture is almost always, I could probably even say always, the source of foundation issues. So yeah, managing that moisture outside of the house, it's very simple and easy. Get the water away from the house.
Those extenders always come up on inspection report.
Always.
And I always let buyers, sellers know that it's going to, and it's an easy fix. But if it's not there, then obviously that just increases chances of foundation issues with all that water not getting away from the home. Yeah. Okay. How often are foundation issues that truly kill deals? I mean, you may or may not even know, but what do you think about that?
You know, we don't get the opportunities, inspectors, to find out what happens after our inspections most of the time. So it's kind of a weird thing to not be in the loop on that. But I think that it really comes down to either the buyer perceives this as something that they don't want to deal with for whatever reason it may be. Some of those are fear-based, some of those are very, very valid. And funds, perceptions on how much something's going to cost, or sometimes just how much it really is going to cost can interrupt a transaction.
Absolutely. I think that's where Stacy and I come in on our part and bringing in the right vendors to get quotes so people know one way or the other on how much it's actually going to be and what's truly wrong with it, because sometimes it's worse than you might think. Sometimes it's better than you might think. So yeah.
Due diligence is so important.
What's fixable versus when to call a structural engineer?
Most things really can be solved without an actual engineer. I can count on one hand how many things that I've seen that really needed an engineer. Structural repair professionals certainly aren't engineers, but they understand the math. They know what it takes to fix things. Everything is fixable, though. It's always fixable.
I think that's important to realize. Right. It's just
time and money fix everything, right?
Right. All right. So Stacey, as a seller, what should sellers know when it comes to foundations?
So if you know something's up with your foundation and you don't want to fix it, you need to disclose it. I think that's your best line of defense, is putting that in the disclosures. I've even seen sellers that have disclosed it and put a quote like in the listing supplements, just so the buyer kind of knows what they're getting into. So that would be my advice for sellers.
Well, and then the opposite side of the coin for that, for buyers, it would just be understanding that we want to get a quote first before determining whether you really kind of want to walk away from this or not, and see if the seller's even willing to fix it. Because if not for you, then they're probably going to be asked by the next buyer that comes along, more than likely. So yeah, it just depends. Just because there might be an issue, I would say don't freak out just yet. Let's get all the information first before making a decision.
Everybody remain calm. All right, John, we've got some rapid fire questions for you. What is the most common foundation overreaction that you see?
Shrink cracks in foundations, shrink cracks and mortar wear. Mortar would be block foundations. Shrink cracks would be poured concrete foundations. There's going to be some kind of cracks movement of some kind in all foundations, even brand new ones.
Yeah, don't walk away from that one because the next house you're going to buy is going to have them too.
Mhm.
So understanding what is a good crack and what is a bad crack. I feel like there's so much crack usage here. We need to put a joke in.
A crack,
We could go so many ways with
crackhead
it.
joke.
Okay. What is the cheapest fix that prevents major foundation issues?
Not trying to beat a dead horse here, but it's gutters and downspouts.
Yep, super easy. And when would you suggest a buyer actually walk away?
When a seller is unwilling to demonstrate that the repairs are going to be done professionally and that they'll be documented in such a way that the buyers have confidence in the longevity of that repair. Big stuff really needs to be done by recognizable professionals, warranties, invoices, whatever it may be in any given situation. We need to be able to feel safe about moving forward. And if you're not getting that, then it's time to maybe find a different seller.
Okay, it's not a
Absolutely.
DIY on the foundation repair.
DIY can be fine, and there are situations where it does make sense, but those people tend to be able to demonstrate the ability, and we've established that it's minor. You do your due diligence, and your crawl space repair professional comes in and says, "This is what we need to do, and this is how much it will cost." And it's general labor kind of stuff. It's cleanup, it's new vapor barrier, it's just getting rid of the old junk. Sellers want to do that and everybody's comfortable with it, that could make sense.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Well, thanks again, John. So,
Welcome.
foundation issues can sound overwhelming, but understanding what's normal versus concerning makes a huge difference.
And if this episode helped put things into perspective, don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow the show, and maybe share it with someone stressing over an inspection right now. As always, our contact information's in the show notes.
Let's hustle smarter.
Together.